Okay, so to create input files that we can use with our programs, we have to create the input files using NotePad. And NotePad will just allow us to create a text file. So NotePad just comes with Windows. If you don't know where it is, if you just choose Start and then in your search thing type NotePad, it'll pop up for you. And I just opened it, and this is where I am right now. If any of you are using Xcode, right below this video in our folder, I will place a link to a video that shows you how to use input files in Xcode. All right, so once we have a Notepad file open, we can just type the data that we're going to use in our program, and our first program is going to read just 3 names. So I'm just going to type 3 names in Notepad. I'm going to put them on separate lines, and see where my cursor is right after the end of the letter E in Dave. I don't want to add anything else. I don't want to put any blank spaces or blank lines. I just want to, right after the letter E, I want to save my file. And this is important because what it does right here is it places what's called the end of file marker. And our program is going to look for that end of file marker once we start to combine loops and files together. So just make sure you're right here at the very end, and then I'm going to do a file, save as, and I need to make sure, this is really important, that the place that I need to save the file is where my source file is. So on my desktop, I have a folder called CPS 120 files, and that is where my source files are going to be stored, right? My CPP files. So that's where this file needs to go, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to name this file friends. Okay, and this should save it as a text file, so it should add the .txt extension, which is what I want, and I'm going to choose save. And now you can see the name of my file here. Okay, so you have to create the input file in Notepad. The input file has to be in place before you run the program, but this video is just about creating the input file, and I will show you, right? So here is my folder, right? CPS 120 files. This is the source file I'm going to be working with, and this is the input file. If they are not both in the same folder, then the program's not going to work.